Anubis is our first map between Elevate and ODDIK. There are no more lives for either of these teams. It will be elimination or potential progression and continuation within this RMR. But it's already started off hot here for ODDIK. Straight down middle, Punters found Snav. And immediately moving forward into Temple. They're actually looking to split into this B bomb site. And Woody taking a lot of that contact. MBG able to clamber back with one, but that split is just so hard to deal with.
Shane's left all alone, and there you have it. Pretty much game over already, but maybe he can still pull things together before the bomb is planted. Wanta yet to really commit. He is going for the backside plant. That gives Shane some time to fight this 1v1. Duels being given seems unnecessary. Natty reconsiders and does duck back out into Temple. Leaves Shane to try and peek into a vertical double peek, and he still finds Natty initially. Bonter, however, can win out the round for them and save the day, but it did feel like
it will be them moving straight into the stack. Ponter leading the way with the SMG.
Oh, first one comes through. NBG's actually doubled it up with the USP, and now suddenly things become a little bit more scary. They're going to be backing off. Weapons to be recovered. A smoke as well for NBG. And as Turtle continues forward, it's just going to be containment, and he cannot do it. He cannot maintain. Shane coming through. ODDIK might have gotten the bomb plant, but it does feel like they're still in deep waters. Elevate. Double AK is recovered. Shane to be traded soon. It's NBG to continue the press forward. The charge of the USP is finished with the MAC-10 finally. Woody able to shut him down, and a 1v3 left, and it's there to instantly take off his head. Elevate again. I mean, it's always been a strength for NA sides in general to have those very strong pistols. And there you have it there. Starts off strong, will be backing off as well. Knows that there's someone closing the distance, even gets the headshot onto Natty. Upgradable weapon. Woody will be able to pick up that AK-47 and reset back. Now they've got good util in terms of they've still got a couple of smokes left on the ODDIK side if they want to. At some point they need to commit, and they'll be going into a very difficult situation. Peeping won't be blinded up at all, but somehow Natty just gets the frag completely. Unaided, unassisted. Turtle, good for another as well, and it feels like the CTs are just falling apart. Elevate, despite getting an early kill from Dare, they're just not able to do anything about it afterwards. Dare's early trade meant that they had to fully focus down on mid, and now Shane, 1v3.
A kit and a full belt. And they shouldn't expect him so quickly inside of main, even if they do. 90 low HP, the nade could finish him off, but that has to give away his position. Another player is wounded here. Woody walking close, and Shane able to get the instant kill onto Ponter. Woody playing round the smoke, and Shane will pull it through. A 1-on-3 for Elevate to maintain after breaking ODDIK past the pistol.
You'd argue, and you'd argue fairly, that ODDIK shouldn't have lost either one of these rounds, and this is absolutely disastrous, where they were given a lifeline again with that mid-convene that they had. They fully abandoned middle out, and they are reinforcing that A-bomb site. Shane finds one, right? As I say, there's no one actually getting aggressive. Woody's found out that timing's perfect, drops the bomb as well. So the ODDIK core will have to reset, but instead they're hoping to find a kill on A. It's impossible against Peeping. I was worried about that Peeping and Ponter matchup, but it feels like there should have been no concerns at all.
Yeah, right now, I mean, Peeping had one poor hold, but more than making up for it here. ODDIK were so split. And even with that bomb being down, didn't show any sort of urgency to pick this weapon up.
Execute on the A site now being planned. Peeping, Molotov forces him away. It's a full napalm strike, and Peeping is blind, taken down before he fires a single bullet. Dare caught out in the open, NBG to fall. Dare does back off, and it feels like maybe this force buy still does have some legs on it. Stab though, hoping to cut those legs right off. Molotov goes in deep, nade to follow up as well. Matt is going to be naded down, not taken down though. It's Dare to find Turtle. Shane to correct that earlier statement and leave Woody alone on the scout. One of these players is within scout shot territory. Now both of them were, but Dare with that fancy footwork, and Shane with a really nice hold.
Yeah,
so aggressive down middle, you love to see it. And indeed he thought he could punish that pick again, but not with the AWP. Woody's AK will prevail. They're not ready for NBG. He's only good for one. A possibility of a spray transfer will be ignored. Snav in the meanwhile. Woody might have actually heard him dipping a toe into the water.
I think that's the only reason Snav actually started moving back.
Yeah.
He thought he made a splash sound and they were just in middle, so he didn't want to commit to the canal's peak, but by the time he's turning around, that's when Woody decided to swing. So ODDIK just breaks them in through middle. And now, you know,
Expected a three-man setup. from Elevate. And right now, NBG is the one taking the charge forward. Mathios will find it impossible to retreat. It is certain death, and Peeping is the one to deliver it. Meanwhile, Snav back in Dark is dodging bullets. He's doing his best Neo impression, but I don't know if he is really the chosen one. Natty's about to reveal that. Oh, Natty doesn't quite commit. Ponter would have been sprayed down with him regardless. Snav, a brilliant hold from Dark will be the undoing of this round. Maybe a bit more discussion to be had later on. Shane peeks out and he just gets the frag. Turtle's kill from beyond the grave is irrelevant.
And Woody wasn't going to be in a great position to link up with this anyway. They were running low on time. But he will save this AWP. 5th round for Elevate. And it comes off the back of just being able to lock down one of those points of contest. Middle, Canal. Shane seems to be answering that call. Maybe a little too big for his boost this round, though.
I don't think you wanted to pick up that phone. It's a good idea, what they're going for over there, but Snav over here is the one who actually finds the frag, pushing in through. He knows it's going to be a dark focus play, but he's pulled out the smoke. It is too late to pull out the AK, but Dare gives him that time to continue fighting forward. Snav's just distraction, and Dare is a real threat.
Yeah, just messes with the pre-aim there for ODDIK coming out from Dark.
Oh my, okay, never mind.
I mean, this is such a tight line for Woody to hold, even if they decide to face check it here on Elevate. Hard shot to hit.
I mean, shift walking forward might help, yeah? The bomb is on the A site.
Kind of mess with the rotation, though. It's usually Peeping left as this anchor on the site, so MBG doesn't feel that confident to move on forward. They want to try and use that man advantage as ODDIK just punch in those digits.
They've got a flashbang as well, and if MBG can just hold down this first duel, Mathios is gone. Fantastic trades, perfectly played.
Airport security, maybe.
Bonder, though, might need some security. He's going in first, and he's really hoping to find a quick frag, but there won't be any trades. Dare's taken down. Natty as well, closing the distance. They're trying to scale up the stairs, but NBG's, in fact, taking duels with Pillar, not with close by. Peeping might be unknown, though. Another 3v5. They cannot give this one up. And as ODDIK will have the smoke fade, they do lose one, but trades are good. Mathios is the one with the bomb, though, and Turtle in the meanwhile caught out. Shane finding that frag does open things up, but the problem is Snav is nowhere to be seen. Elevate will have to save. Just crossed, right? Everyone can turn over a new leaf, especially if it's coming in a book of victory. Now, still victory is far away, but at least this start is a good one. Aggression this time through A will be netting them a quick advantage, one that is lost by Mathios, who is coincidentally peeping through the smoke to take down Peeping. Ha ha ha. Any sort at all. You could have lost, you could have actually lost Mathios by now. Now, NBG making a fair bit of noise. Mathios should be ready for this duel coming over his way. If NBG checks his corner, he's got an MP9, he'll have the advantage, and now you're in a 3v2. This is the problem with trying to get so much space and trying to find so many flankers and lurkers in a 3v3 post plant. Advantage is lost. Turtle hasn't revealed himself. Will they be expecting a double heaven setup? Time is running low. They do have kits, and Snav's got the first and info on the second. They just gave up the round. ODDIK, I am wildly concerned. Aren't being answered. The nade is good. Turtle is low. Snav is dead. An advantage finally delivered. Not that ODDIK hasn't had these before. But the reface into Dark is the plan. The reface doesn't find a frag, though. Peeping's already down. In the meanwhile, Shane taking the first fight. Will he find a second through the smoke? Yes, he does. Turtle gone. 3v3 attained. Once again, Elevate bringing back what looks like an impossible situation. The resmoke is well timed. But in the meanwhile, the reinforce is coming back to the A side as well. They've noticed, Elevate has noticed that ODDIK like to reset.
There are only 3 dots. Ignore that extra. ODDIK in a 3-on-3, and there are 2 men ready here on Elevate, but they weren't prepared for Mathios to creep their way out, and it distracts MBG as soon as Shane goes down. Elevate setup gets broken instantly. ODDIK slowing their roll, but finding their way into a 4th, provided an advantage.
Molotov's going to be forcing Woody out of position. They're planning a double push in through Dark, but that's where Natty's covering it off. Good for one, not the second. Dare and Snav in the meanwhile, pushing their respective areas, are able to find the kills needed to turn this back to a 3v3. CTs are very happy with this. The problem is Turtle. He's activated.
Yeah, this round didn't go the way Elevate planned. Shane got stuck inside of Dark just for using that flash, and because of that, ended up for a 1-for-1 where they were hoping that they could just overwhelm the Canal's pressure.
Now he's got the full belt, no kit, sure, but
And now he has
there
to
you
go for it.
I mean,
Last round and a half.
problem is Turtle's going to be able to find him easily, so the last round's already over. There you have it. Quick shout out to our observer Chev as well for catching that Molotov, showing that setup for the execute. Always really cool to see. PGL's done to some serious question mark positions. It'll be between him and Matheus to defend this A bomb site. Flashbang to try and peek back out for Ponter is good for one, but the trade is fantastic. Matheus continues to be sharp as a knife's edge. Just incision on incision on incision. Surgical with that USB. He's Snav all alone and with the bomb beeping away in the foreground. It is a deadly background from Matheus with 4 kills to give him equalized.
Definitely a lot tighter than maybe even ODDIK expected when they picked this map. Dare, an opener, moving into this first gun round. 90 floored, and Turtle trying to play close with the XM. Should that smoke fade, I wouldn't exactly favor this fight moving into the canals.
At the same time, Bonter's trying to go for a little bit of information outside. Dare, in the meanwhile, has just picked up a big double, traded away, sure, but that's where Bonter's MP9 might be opening up the way to the A site. He will not be able to. Well, Beeping won't be able to adjust in time, actually. And Bonter continues to fight forward. He's giving it right back. A 2-on-2. And where will they go? In through camera? NBG's low. Do you want to face off versus the MP9 again over here? Give it the chance for a full triple. Bonter feels like it might have been safe, and now NBG's routed through back over to B. It's all a matter of contact. Who takes it first? Matheus is caught between 2 difficult angles, and with 20 seconds left, he needs to just zone in on one, trying to fight away, but the distraction is enough. NBG will recover their opportunity, and Bonter being this low means that unless he gets an instant kill, no, not the shotgun! No. Dropped over by his teammate earlier on, and Bonter with that recedes back to the A side, back to the depths.
I don't even think it does pull through. And ODDIK are willing to challenge it towards Dark. They really want to sort of push Elevate away from this position, but it's a counter flash on by Snav that just sets Dare up. Now he got full blinded as he came through that smoke.
Elevate is completely prepared for that play. They must have seen it in a demo or something like it. Like I said, you knew the map and they've clearly done their homework. Dare now moves forward. Does want to try and exploit Turtle in the bomb site. Fantastic Molotov to push him out of position as well. Bonder's gone, but Turtle's still alive. Woody is the one now coming into frag. And Turtle's been given the space necessary to perform on this small site.
To be sort of predetermined for there, and it seemed like Elevate just didn't get the memo.
Watch the wrong Nard Out Hair video.
But that's something that you would know if you played
Anubis.
a lot of Anubis.
Yeah, fair enough, actually. I didn't know that, I'll be honest. Geometry is never my strongest point, but Matheus has had a very strong point, so sharp, but only good for the one. Woody now has to come through and step up. The A1, fantastic in this angle, just to be able to continue tapping forward, but the Molotov pushes him away. Disadvantaged is ODDIK right now with the Tech 9s. If they're able to close distance as well, they're trying to play almost a triple heaven setup. Snav as well will not be without a significant degree of threat. All 4 players are pushing forward. They want to contain the camera position, but they're just not able to find the frags. Shane, the only one left. He's moving through the smoke, and Natty's watching out for as well. Nothing going right there for Elevate, despite what looked like a good setup.
Yeah.
And Woody's quite lonely here, and he won't have that fast rotation. Molotov is something they're just going to keep off, but he's got them both. Quick little lineup, and now back to Pillar, only to be taken down. Turtle given the space to come in, but he's only gone down to a quick grave. 3v2 as the advantage regained. That second part of that 1-2. Snav, he is kicking into gear.
And they're not feeling too confident about the reapproach into this A bomb site.
Shane, in the meanwhile, he'll have a timing. He'll have it. When Snav is able to force these players forward, they need to swing out fast. Natty does get a kill from beyond the grave, but instead of Woody being taken down, he's got reinforcements coming in. Turtle's good this time, and he's got Woody as well, but he's not able to find a frag. Woody completely whiffing that MP9 follow-up.
Quick flank in from Ponter, from Canals, and Matheus is just trying to keep attentions raised on him inside of Temple. But he fires off shots and doesn't actually push forward. Punter moving past the smoke, but Dare has an angle on it. Punter able to floor him quick, and Peeping on low HP has to be lightning fast on both these fights. Inside the smoke, they wait for the phase, and Matios has been crisp all game long. A 20th frag and a 10th for ODDIK.
It did.
Easier to draw attention instead towards Dark, where the majority of Elevate were sort of set up for the hit.
And now they don't wait for it. They just fully challenge Dare out early on, take him down, but the trade is good. Beeping the one to deliver. Now, Dare not being around is a problem. Shane's been much more quiet in the T side. I actually don't know if he's gotten more than a single frag. Nade behind the stairs, and Woody's good for one, but the trade from Beeping once again to deliver. And in the meanwhile, ODDIK had rotated resources away. The only player nearby, that's Ponter. And they've got plenty of smokes to be able to disable him from major relevance. And looking at where Ponter is rotating in from, sorry, I got the name wrong. It was Turtle, in fact. But looking at where Ponter is rotating in from, this might be an early fight that Turtle tries to take, or Elevate tries to push in.
Elevate aren't going to read this at all as well. Nobody's reset towards main just yet. It'll be Shane that goes out to clear it, and this time Shane finds his impact. Punter's late lurk not pulling off.
And where they felt like they could have gone aggressive, Shane instead tries to find defensive positioning. He is low though, so for him to fight, it's not easy. Peeping has to take it all away, but Shane's taken that first duel and found damage. He's doing it all. Shane and Peeping are delivering them this round. He's even put through the smoke. How has he done this? A man who
for this Elevate roster
with a different lineup.
Yeah, one of them was with the different lineup. One of them was with Peeping, well, with MBG, but Punter standing his ground past the smokes. It's pistols here for ODDIK, but they're finding good output once again here from Matios, who's found it into a man advantage. Snav as well, so low.
And Woody's just going to be able to take this one away if Matios wasn't just so damn clean. Matios has been the consistent performer on the side of ODDIK, and Woody as well finally getting involved. Elevate. Contact B and get some frags. Turtle wants to prevent that from happening. Natty only good for one, initially traded away. Turtle still blind and he's struggling in the back of the site, but those struggles are over. Dare puts him down. Advantage in the hands of ODDIK regardless. And up for Woody. We mentioned he's been doing well on the rifle. Well, now on the retake, maybe not the best weapon to have, but the bomb's still not planted yet. And as it starts to go down, the CTs will be creeping forward. Dark's been fully cleared. Snav's got the M4, rifles galore for the T side, and now as they look to fight out early, the smoke will extinguish the Molotov. It's gone too deep, and Woody good for one. Snav can't get the transfer. ODDIK, by the skin of their teeth, take it away.
Wow, I mean, their map pick coming into this series, but it was a Hail Mary low buy round that really brought them back. It looked like
point with the duel. These will have his chance as he was being baited for, but Natty is low and Woody is expected. NBG continues forward. That pistol prowess he showed with the USPs is looking good, but Natty, although he's low, he's pushed all the way forward. Snav's able to take him down. Turtle, the only one to find a frag so far, and it feels like he's the one who wants to continue that train all alone. The rest of his teammates are down and out, and there's a flank coming in from behind the smoke as well. Turtle spotted out. Are they going to go for the knife? Shane decides against it. I did feel like that was a setup, but you know what? He doesn't want to have too much.
Yeah, I did feel...
But we're going to hold that point right now because it does feel like it will be a faster play out towards that A bomb site. Smoke's being deployed early in, but Woody's deploying bullets, and one of those kills. Woody continues forward. Good damage being dealt, setting up Ponter for what could be another big multi-frag for himself as well, and Elevate want nothing to do with this A bomb site. They will be forced to commit, but trust me, they don't want to.
Ooh, just enough of Peeping shown, and Punter will take the challenge. MBG, a nice trade. A 7th kill for him in these opening 3 rounds. But this is not looking like a round in which they should be able to fully conclude. ODDIK do not have towards A main that they can look to maybe reinforce this B bomb site before ODDIK have the hit. Before Elevate, rather.
With Matios playing such a defensive angle, they'll find nothing. They're going to be wary about Natty pushing forward.
It's
perhaps.
So
no, they're not checking at all. Shane can't get the adjustment in time either. He knows Matios will be coming in from the side. Very nice adjustment. And like you mentioned, speed was something.
There's a lot of give on the smoke towards B.
Yeah. Natty though hoping to give out some pain, but instead he's realized there's a Molotov behind him. He can't retreat either. NBG to punish. And although damage is good, Turtle's the one who finds a healthy player instead. Matthews aggressing as well, not ready for a Shane nearby. Once again, 3v3. Feels like we've seen so many of these, and more often than not, ODDIK get the better of them. NBG goes down. Oh. Shane! Quick double spray down to get the trade. Woody might just end up backing off. Limp to fight another day, maybe?
Molotov's not great. Woody does actually have a gap around it as he goes through the smoke, but Shane just too damn quick. 4 kills from Shane.
First map, of course, was one of the major propellants for Elevate, and now Ponter all the way forward, making noise and stuck inside the smoke, but they're still not aware of him nearby. Ponter somehow managed to come through and find the frag. They should realize Matthews is nearby as well, but in the chaos of the smokes, visibility be damned, they can barely even hear anything.
There's just so much happening all at once, and ODDIK are still maintaining that pressure. Woody pushing in. He does have a teammate on side of him, but Woody getting a double kill, and Mattios flushed out. 2-on-2, Turtle flanking that A main position with a Nova. Not exactly an ideal weapon for that fight, but Woody now on a foot race towards A, because Elevate should know that there's... I mean, Woody was last seen over towards B. Peeping's trying to take some space.
They should have an idea that a donut rotation is possible because he was last seen up to B lane. Peeping is also just peeking out, but he turns away at the wrong time. NBG position given up as well, but the round is not. Doesn't actually try to make a play over there with a flashbang, doesn't try and interrupt the bomb plan or anything like it. Comes down to the fact that those are such distance rotations. Dare takes Ponter down.
He was the only one with the kit too, so 90, that's a very important frag.
The kit can be recovered and NBG will be sent down to defend, but no offense actually coming in. After Ponter isn't able to really get much done, they just back off and save out. They were away and not reveal. Oh my goodness, Ponter's gone for the perfect play. He might be able to get a quick double kill over here, but he needs to commit soon. They're going to be clearing him, surely. They're going to be clearing it. NBG comes in from behind. Ponter has cooked this pudding for too long, and now Turtle will watch as the bomb is planted, pushes through the smoke into certain death. Natty can trade, but Matthews is the one to bring it back to a 2v2. They're still in this round despite all the heartbreak. And Matthews and Natty, they know positions as well. They fake out the bomb defuse, but no commitment so far. Elevate is playing ice cold. Matthews is the one with the defuse kit. He wants to go out, and as the peak's coming forward, they're good for 1 and they're good for 2. Felt like... And for a man who was so confident yesterday, it feels like right now he just lacks that definitiveness. But now, meanwhile, Dare swings out, quick tap down mid. Natty does trade, but Dare's still alive. NBG happy to give up his life for Peeping and Dare to continue this carnage in middle.
Dare on these T sides has been so sharp, and no one survives the onslaught.
Are disintegrating. They need someone to step up right now, but no one's even being given the chance. Maybe finally Natty can be it. But despite finding the 5v3 early, he commits and continues on. They are losing men, and I am losing my mind.
I mean, they saw that was a boost as well. That should have been Shane dead to rights. They know there's an extra player here, but Mattios vacated from long, transitioned to short, but they're burning. Now Molotov doing a lot to harm those rotations, and a deep smoke in. Snap wants to take this duel. Mattios won't fumble the bag. It's Peeping left in a clutch, a 1-on-3, and he's being encroached upon from all sides. Ponter this time, a steady hand, and ODDIK a second.
I have these flying to come through from all the way in T-spawn. He was expecting it to be a mid-hit. Instead, Dare loses his life. Meanwhile, Snav closes the distance. Here's utility being thrown as well. Needs to take the peek, needs to take the duel, but he can't win it out. Turtle assists Woody to keep him alive. Shane as well will fall. The aim's been fumbled, and the round might have been as well. NBG burns to death. Peeping, only good for the 1. And despite what looked like a perfect setup from Elevate, it's just... Woody, please don't pull a Ponter. I beg you.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, indeed. Does get at least the 1, and that's all he really needed. The bomb is quite far away. Peeping reveals himself, and they will realize he didn't wield the package. But in a 4v1, they're okay with not having information. You know what? Let's just chill.
Yeah, they know that the AWP is in play. They can just pair up together and hopefully, if timing doesn't work against them, no. Temple covered off by both. They realized that smoke was not going to do them any favors. ODDIK get to 4. Actually not even going to be something that's explored by ODDIK on this hit.
Molotov forces Dare forward. Peeping is gone as well. Dare fully blind. The late commit from the Glocks is perfectly played, and Snav as well caught out, forced backwards. There is Shane ready and waiting, but he's not finding the frag. Shane! Perfect angle for the dualies, but just doesn't deliver. MBG better pull out a miracle. Well, you know what? Let's maybe transfer that responsibility onto Snav. His shoulders, however, he might not be able to save that. That's a separate story.
Yeah, that's I'll forget everything we just said. It doesn't matter anymore.
Trades are good. Turtle and Bonding are low. Turtle is gone. Bonder has traded. Shane, in the meanwhile, is playing a very defensive setup back towards the B side, and this is where it will be put to the test. ODDIK's intentions are clear. They want to go to the B site for now, unless they find a kill in middle, unless they find a death in cave.
This is the thing, they like going proactive, and MBG is going to try and hunt with that SMG. Oh god,
the step
made.
Timing.
It's so much easier there for MBG. He knows Matios has his guard down, and he could have found a second as well at Punter face, because he's on that low HP.
He can't recover the bomb. He's so worried, Ponter. If that had spread at the wrong tick, that would have been Ponter going down. Woody lives! He lives! The second bullet just not connecting, and now Natty is the one peeked into. NBG can't find the second kill. Woody and Ponter are so low, but in the meanwhile, the T's have still split up. Natty's the only one on the B bomb side. The T's are hoping that this will leave an unoccupied A, but Elevate isn't biting down on that. They're going in.
But they'll quickly come to the realization that they chose the wrong site.
And they won't even find that first frag that might have convinced them to try and go for that retake. Gotta say, this is where maybe that bomb being dropped down towards the back of the boosting box might have been the information that they're trying to work off of, that, hey, yeah, Natty's going to be the one going forward, getting some space out towards the back of the B-bomb side, and the rotation is the one that's going to bring in the bomb. Instead, it's taken it away.
Everybody is just so low.
Yeah.
Next bullet does it for everybody, and even just vacating away from that bomb will be a big priority, but Ponter, a nice little off angle. Vine Shane trying their best to bait them in. Audible steps running away, but they still maintain this crossfire.
For one, they've got the ball off as well. Get it three together. ODDIK just continue to face in. I don't think they realized how big of a presence was there inside cave.
I don't think they realized that they took the bait.
Well, that bait is still there. They are still taking it. Ponter looking to punish, looking to avenge, rather. And with Matthews being this low, this round is effectively gone unless he pulls out the biggest round of his life. Dare doesn't even take the duel.
A 5-7 ace on a low buy. I mean, that's a setup that actually teased Dare up, but he hits some blinder shots.
Oh, Matthews just comes in. And he doesn't realize there's still two players available on this bomb site, but it doesn't matter. Shane is down. Dare had revealed himself. And now they know they just need to close that distance. Flash is good. Dare's response is better. The T's have reset, though. In the meanwhile,
oh my goodness,
the slow turtle inches forward. But will the CTs be able to realize this in time? Will they check it? Turtle's angle is incredibly difficult to keep an eye out on. Peeping had a chance, one that he cannot utilize, but even so, NBG's given that space. Woody with the off. Long range is where it should have excelled, but he isn't expecting NBG to already be present. The bomb is on the floor, and Matthews will try and recover it, but first he has to take a duel that NBG will not give up. Never.
And he's in a bit of a precarious position, kind of fed to the wolves. No one in from middle because of the smoke. There was one at cave as well, but oh god. They tried to line up for a flash, but it hit Shane in the back, and so 90 not blind. In fact, 90 is going to feast. He's going to thrive in this position. 3 fast headshots, and this B bomb site cracked wide open. They needed a gun round win, and 90 might have just delivered exactly that.
There are times for analysis and there are times for appreciation. This was the latter, entirely based on a punishment of a small misstep. Natty takes things into his own hands. Now, the double up from Elevate as they're continuing to push forward. They've got 3, in fact, and Natty, are you going to come through with another triple kill? You're going to need it. He's heard the man backing away, but he still is aware that Snap could be nearby. Natty coming up big, the savior of the moment, and Turtle has finally struck. Dare needs to put up a performance on this B site, surrounded at all angles, but it's even the first peak that he can't take care of.
What a difference it makes. Multi-frags. I mean, there's sometimes just not a lot you can do when players have great performances like it. And there will be no save here for Elevate.
Won't be a problem for them, but the long rotations that they'll have to make might be instead. NBG looking for a frag, but the flash for Dare ends up blinding him instead. NBG will be regretting that one, but at least Dare keeps himself alive. NBG can't say the same about himself. There is backup though. Beeping comes in. They're not expecting the temple rotation, but neither is Elevate ready for Ponter. The fight continues on the side. Snap now the one to take point, and Peeping from Temple is just a menace. Woody left all alone, now a 1-on-2. AK, rather, M4's recovered and tossed around, but Shane hoping they can find their fortunes, but Turtle is already in. He's lost Matios. Damage is great. Bonter as well, barely surviving. And Turtle, while he plants the bomb, it's Dare to actually punish him as well. They're so low. ODDIK, they're losing blood and losing numbers. A 4-on-2. Natty and Woody rather, to try and defend this retake, but a smoke to differentiate. Natty taken down. Woody's all alone. 12 for Elevate is about to be 13. They will not go down without a fight. Woody continues to fight a dying battle. A duel he simply could not win, and Elevate will take it away on their map pick.
Yeah, kept true to the Ancient. They played this earlier on and struggled versus Complexity, but clearly taking away some great lessons from that game. Map to see who lives or dies within the Americas RMR. Elevate starting CT, and Peeping's pistols already singing proud for the North Americans.
And that swongering is already quickly wound down. ODDIK continue to fight back, but they are in a disadvantage regardless. Dare has been a consistent factor. Unlike Elevate, rather unlike ODDIK, who have seen now 2 different players coming through and shining. Bright Matios in the first, and then Natty in the second. We have had a consistent performance from Dare and company. However, they still need to close out on this pistol. The response skill is there. Matios low, Turtle as well, not feeling too healthy. And as fights are being taken, Snav recovering that Glock. We'll just continue forward. ODDIK know that they can't cross back safely, and Turtle's demise has now been guaranteed. Matios on 2 HP, 2 kills, and I'm sure soon to be 1 death. This would be just a ridiculous round to pull together. The bomb's been recovered. You can dream of a rotation, but not really actually commit to one inside the server. And at the end of the day, it is what it is, and Elevate will just take that pistol round away.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all us, okay? It's on us.
It's you and I.
Forget everyone else. We just have to make this work. But will that be the case? There!
Oh, what?
Buddy! That's not your friend in Divider, and Ponter's the man with the Glock in his hand. M4 recovered. NBG now has to save the day.
Even ODDIK didn't think they'd get away with frags like that. The bomb is still T-steps. And they've got Woody. Oh my goodness, not like this. Peeping floored. Thank goodness MBG finds 2 kills on the MP9, and Shane as well has flushed out Woody. All that space for ODDIK. Maybe some normalcy can be restored, but this could still get weird. He's got a deagle, he's got that package, and not a great angle for Shane to stop the plant either.
Well, the bomb plot is guaranteed, so the money's already been delivered. If Matios can find the first duel out close range, he does! NBG is low! He can't drop down! Matios has every advantage, but the shot goes through the wood. NBG thought he saved the round, but he needed one more shot. The USP to close!
Oh my goodness.
Bonder. Right into the B-bomb side he goes, but there's a fair bit of utility all around. It gets him confused about which target to prioritize. Ends up falling as a result of it.
Yeah, I think that small little hit now fully clears it out for himself, but Shane still tucked in out of those barrels and did spot a little bit of something, but it was exchanged both ways. The Molotov down. Woody does get the kill with the flames, but his teammates are getting chewed up on poor timing. NBG catches Matios with his pants down, and 90 looking the wrong way. Elevate, keep the reason that they were successful, and moving into this ODDIK roster, you're hoping that experience travels over, but so far ODDIK have had a bit of a turbulent time. I mean, they find themselves backs against the wall versus an Elevate that aren't even fighting at really full power. This is not the full roster that you would have imagined them to play with, but they've been doing a good job at recovering and pulling together these rounds. This does get a little awkward for Elevate against the low buy. Into a 3-on-3, but Shane should have a very power position. Yeah, spam right on the money, so plant not guaranteed, and that smoke's not going to last forever either. So Shane should be the one that really ties the bow on this one. Turtle does get a counter kill, but there's there as well to trade things out, and Shane does indeed clean the round out for Elevate.
For a shot in, but there's a double push being planned. This is such a strong angle held by Snav as well, and where he is traded, that's where Beeping can go forward, but he's missed the spray. Second man unexpected, and NBG again a savior. They know there's no one who can come in through toilets. A double trunk setup as well with the shadow being spotted. Here's good for one. NBG expected though. Bonter able to get the pre-fire, but the bomb's nowhere nearby. They can't commit to the site just yet. Bonter's the one who had to win the duel, and that's exactly what comes through. No rotations from Connector, they know it. Sound's been given out by Shane, full aggressive forward. If he can find the first kill, then maybe a shot miss from Woody would be conducive, but instead it's just Bonder to do it all. The full delivery from him and him alone.
Nice.
Person holding a sign up and someone just goes, you know what, this stack would be very upsetting if these men could go Connector. Well, they can't go Connector. It turns out it's not that upsetting, so maybe memes are lies. Matios has an ace stolen away from him. These players are still very hale, hearty, and healthy. Beeping, waiting for the opportunity to push forward with the MP9. That's where Shane can double up with him as well. NBG is adding to the party, and apparently Elevate are just unbreakable on this B-bomb site.
Yeah, they didn't have flashes for that monster tunnel either, so they couldn't really counter the ODDIK approach in that way. But now a smoke, as soon as they realize they have that bomb, and they've got the numbers here as well. Ponter sees and almost finds a frag, but that nade will not be enough to finish off the job. Woody hightailing it out of there. This round is well cooked than in their opening round. Best of threes will do that as well, but this is much faster. Matios and 90 combined together. If one doesn't find the kills, the other will. 90 nice trades. And they're going to quickly accelerate. He's trying to take space over towards Banana and put pressure on this A bomb site, but the bomb is super far away. It's on 90 and Turtle to lock down this A play so that Woody can actually secure a plant.
That smoke is a little bit off, and that means Shane actually has a lot more space to work around than you want to give him, and he's found the first frag and backed off into the same smoke cover being provided to the wrong side, and in the meanwhile, Ponter will fall, but Woody finally finds some efficacy. With the AWP, Shane all alone. Quick swing out, good for the first, and Woody's the one with the bomb. Shane knows he also has the op, but does he realize he's back and long? It feels like they've got no idea about Woody's presence.
Pistol pulled.
Woody going for that quick tap in. Shane knows it's a fake, and Woody's trying to close the distance. Shane swings out with a shadow in his favor. Woody has fumbled It's very easy to get lost and not be able to figure out, hey, what do I even do here? And now, swings forward, and Snav is ready. That is not an easy double swing to go for.
It was a very clean first kill.
Yeah.
It certainly helps.
Snav's had generally a pretty clean series overall. Matthews finally takes him down, but is it too little too late? I have a feeling it might be. 25 seconds left on the clock, and a Molotov that's going to do absolutely nothing. Peeping very comfortably behind the smoke, and Shane's got a fantastic angle, only taken down by Ponter. And this is where, do they even realize Peeping's around the corner? By the time they do, the reload's coming in. Matthews 1v3, only the first round, and Elevate on 7.
Elevate are playing with a newfound confidence, nothing to lose, and Peeping 2 kills, 2 clean. Turtle and Ponter hit the deck before they even realize they're getting shot at. That's not ideal for Peeping, but it didn't seem to matter. He made a splash, so Marius was aware when he was last located. Now he's trying to lock him in and will succeed. Peeping getting a little too confident, perhaps.
Bit of an overextension for sure, but Dare now up, raining down in from the heaven. Bomb is gone, and Woody's all alone. He has been disabled. And refocuses back to toilets, but no, 90 this time. He's the one taking point, and he has been a very solid point man in general. Snav, can he provide a double kill? Does he have any support coming in? No, not at all. Finally, the opening's working out, but maybe not for long. NBG, the savior, comes in, big frag, still alive.
What?
Once more, not noticed in the corner. 90 has to do it all. 90, oh no. Might be caught out with an 8 in his hands. NBG playing that longer angle with the M4. Doesn't quite have the sidelines. Dare just swings out wide.
And it's everyone on Elevate finding impact in this map. Dare on these low buys somehow seems to power up. What are you looking to take space this time, fronting the pack?
Beeping had given out a call of a player playing close to Shroud. That was Woody, but Matthews comes through to punish the rotate. Snav is waiting. Beeping finally activates. With that, advantage regained. 4v3, but Ponter is the one with the B site given over to him. Finally, they can broach in, but can they actually get the bomb planted in time? Smoke out to heaven would have helped, but Dare gets aggressive beforehand, goes down shore, but the call is given over. The CT is rotating back in, getting ready to move past immediately when that Molotov fades. The lack of a kit isn't something they are too concerned about. MP9 to try and close the distance. Matteo's good for 1. Shane spotted as well. He doesn't realize! He doesn't realize! Beeping gives them a 9th. Elevate simply cannot falter. Are you going to go aggressive into short? Put yourselves at risk to be taken down by the Glock of Peeping. There's some cover behind as well. NVG falls, Peeping takes point, and Shane's here as well. CT's on ready for this onslaught. Duali's recovered as well. Peeping continues forward. Molotov back to Toxic, forces out another man. Matthew still able to get the 1 frag before he backs out. Ponter able to get the safety as well. It's now down to the double S, is now only the 1. It will be a pistol for ODDIK, Matthews and Ponter.
The circuit. Matthews doing God's work right now. 2 kills, keeping himself alive, and oh god, trying to throw away that M4 because he knows he might just be in for a tough time. He's got the pistol, so he's still got some presence.
I feel like that seems a little bit unnecessary, but even so, no worries. Shane taken down by Turtle twice over, make it 3. Can they... They really wish they could have recovered that M4 at this point, honestly.
I mean, that Turtle's like, wait, I'm still in a full mouse,
like,
man.
Brother, come on. B-side should reveal the fact that there is a player in connector. Matthews is just untouchable, though. Now that he's on the CT side and is getting the chance to take duels where and when he wants to, you'd normally say that about D side, but that's just the kind of player Matthews is. And he does still end up falling, though. Round's all over, but timer is ticking down. Locked behind the pillar. And a flashback to help, but not very much. Beeping comes up with a double. This B bomb site is his. He's got his name on the property deed, but Woody and Turtle are hoping to rip it away from him. Turtle, good for another one. Keeps the fight going. Shane trades it away, and now right back to Woody's shoulders. A 1-on-1, and Shane's expecting him. He's fully rerouted back to bridge. Woody thinks this is clear. Surely he doesn't check it, but even so. takes it away with the FAMAS. ODDIK will find that 6.
Yeah, Woody making a little mistake, you know, making a step over towards Monster. That's why Shane started playing around the bomb site. And even though Shane played his position and actually lost them, drops that molly, and immediately Elevator left in a pretty trying position. I think a number of players would have been spotted, at least from presence, and 90 as well, confirming that there is additional players here from Elevate outside of Monster. The fact they have this deep control on ODDIK is basically a reason to count out this round here for Elevate as well. They're completely boxed in.
I'm sticking down. They need to go in. Flash won't matter. Turtle was in behind the pillar, and 90 is still just such a menace from Connector. ODDIK are showing them how it's done, showing them the power of having that Connector presence, and Elevate, even on their T side, continue to let it remain relatively unchallenged. As well, so the fact that they're going back to be short means they might miss out on the timing here. They think Connector won't be peeked out from Madios. Now goes forward. Dare is down. Madios traded. Shane unexpected, but Turtles now missed the shot. And with this, Bonter has to get aggressive. Shane ready for it, but he's trying to fade away to give Peeping some help because it is needed, absolutely necessary. Bomb's been lost. It's a 1v1 on the site. Shane needs to close the distance and find the duel fast, but he doesn't realize Bonter will take the fight to him first. ODDIK.
Here for ODDIK to trade effectively, especially as Elevate start to creep forward on what is a low buy.
Shadow's all going to be shown off, and 90 is good for the double. Peeping and NPG do respond, but here's where Madios comes into play. While fully blind, it's an easy spray down. NPG gone, Madios still alive. Fighting back, but Peeping does catch him off. He's had a fantastic map so far, and this would be a big moment to step up. 2-on-2. Both sides equipped, and the CTs have a kit. It's a must-take fight. A duel they cannot go without. But Snav, he's going to be able to find the ball. Bonter mid-air. Going for the jump spot for information, and Snav will welcome him with a bear hug of death.
But they have to do it quick, 30 seconds before they actually get in position.
Bonter's got that Molotov as well to buy him that extra 8 seconds. They're going to be moving right past it. The smoke is late, and in fact it leads into his strength, but he's run out of ammo. Turtle is low as well. Taken down. Peeping on the bomb site, can't win the round. Madios continues to deliver. 29 and 14 right now.
Oh, I mean, he is being total control here on Overpass, but here goes Madios. Another low buy here for Elevate, but this time it's 90 in position once again to greet them in frontside bathrooms, and he is as sharp as ever as well. A Peeping trade. But 90's job is done.
It's a 90 Madios show. Woody, unfortunately, is more of a bystander. But you know what? Regardless, he's a part of it all. Put their hands together for a prayer. It comes in with dare. It comes in with a freebie. ODDIK, do not count your chickens. But this might be an omelet being made right now. Madios late to the party, and they're already scaling in onto the bomb site. He gets the fast race in 2. Madios will get 3. Not done yet. He wants to fight more. Madios now with backup coming in. And although they find the opener, although they find a chance, it's Peeping who's brought back to a one-on-one, life on the line. And bomb on the ground. Bonter and Peeping. A battle of alliteration, but one which will be punctuated with violence and timings that are missed on either side. Bonter,
You saw him.
has been sniffed out, but Bonter's turned around. Bonter can't get it. ODDIK, take it away at the closest margin imaginable.
This had to be a story about...